Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time. By profession, I'm an attorney, but I'm a nice one, usually. And what I'm going to talk about this afternoon is, well, you. I'm going to talk about you, and more specifically, your critical thinking. That is to say, how it is you make the decisions that you make. As an attorney, I see people make decisions all the time, and usually they're not very good. But before I get there, I just want to qualify what I'm going to say by mentioning that you may not agree with everything that I present to you, and that's okay. So for example, if I were to say that we tend to regret the things we don't say and do more than we regret the things we do say and do, well, you might find a couple of exceptions to that. I'll tell you one about myself. When I was in my mid-20s, I had 2 dates, and I'm using the word dates loosely. I went out a couple of times with a young lady who today we know as the award-winning actress. The second time we went out was actually 2 years after the first time we went out. And by the time we caught up with each other, she said, Justin, I'd like to go out with you, but I'm living with a guy, and we're going to be going off to New York together. He wanted to be an actor. She wanted to be an actress. And we're going to start auditioning for plays and theater and movies. And I said, but if you want to go out as friends, we can do that. And I was fine with that because I just liked her. I thought she was a really cool person. She was well-read. We could talk about anything, literature and theater and the world in general. And so we went and we had Sunday brunch at the top of the hub of the Prudential Center. And during brunch, at one point, she's sharing her goals and her dreams with me, and she said, with kind of a sigh, yeah, I'll probably get a soap, meaning she would probably get work as a soap opera actress. And I was going to say, it was on the tip of my tongue, gee, I thought acting jobs are hard to come by. Thank God I didn't say it. But not because she went on to become a big movie star, because I wanted to be positive. I really liked her a lot. I loved what she was doing. I loved her ambition and her energy, and I just wanted to be supportive. Even though I knew I was never going to see her again, I just wanted her to have that moment and to pursue her dreams. So there's an example of not regretting something I didn't say or do. Now, that was a choice I made. That was a decision I made, and it goes back to critical thinking. How do we make the choices that we make in everyday life? Well, our choices come from our freedoms. How free do we feel on a daily basis? The talk that I normally give is, how free are you in a free society? So maybe we should define what is freedom. According to the dictionary, freedom is the lack of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action. The lack of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action. All right, well, let's apply that to the real world. What might freedom mean to you as individuals? Maybe it means money. If you have a lot of money, you have freedom. You can choose what to buy, you can choose what not to buy. How about your health? If you have good health, you have freedom. How about your driver's license and driving a car? We don't think about it because we do it every day, but being able to drive is certainly a freedom. Way back when automobiles were first invented, it was a luxury to have a car. Now it's kind of a necessity. And there goes that word necessity in defining freedom, the lack of necessity, coercion, or constraint. So what I'd like you to do is think about it throughout your day, the choices that you make, and maybe the options that you have. Maybe look at options that perhaps you felt you didn't necessarily have when you were tackling that problem in the first place. And what I will do is I'll leave you with what I say to all of the juries that I stand in front of whenever I give my closing arguments during a trial, which is to say, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Thank you.